Imagine walking through a modern British city and stumbling across a Roman wall, a mosaic hidden beneath the floor, or even a straight road that has guided travelers for nearly 2,000 years. The Roman Empire may have left Britain in the early 5th century, but its legacy is still all around us today. The Romans first invaded Britain in AD 43 under Emperor Claudius. For nearly 4 centuries, they controlled large parts of the island, leaving an imprint so deep that many of their ideas, technologies and traditions remain woven into British life. Let's start with something we use every day: roads. The Romans were master builders, and their roads connected forts, towns and trading hubs across the land. They built over 10,000 miles of them in Britain, many so well engineered that they still define our routes today. Ever driven along Watling Street or the Fosse Way, you're following Roman paths. Towns were another Roman creation. Before their arrival, Britain had no true cities, only scattered villages and tribal centres. The Romans founded bustling settlements like Londinium, Eboracum, York, and Aquae Sulis, now Bath. They introduced forums, marketplaces, and amphitheatres, making urban life central to society. Some of these towns grew into the great British cities we know today. Architecture was transformed. Roman baths, temples and villas brought stone building techniques, tiled roofs, and underfloor heating, the famous hypocaust system. In Bath, the Grand Roman Baths remain one of the best preserved examples of this ingenuity. Even Hadrian's Wall, built to guard the empire's northern frontier, still cuts dramatically across the landscape of northern England. The Romans also changed the way people lived and thought. They brought new foods like apples, cherries and cabbages, introduced coins as currency, and spread Latin as the language of administration. Over time, Latin blended with local dialects and laid the foundations for much of the English language. Even our legal and political traditions were shaped by Roman ideas of law, citizenship, and governance. And perhaps most significantly, the Romans introduced Christianity. By the 4th century, it had become the official religion of the empire. When the Romans left Britain around AD 410, Christianity remained, ultimately becoming one of the most enduring legacies of their rule. So, although the Roman legions marched away more than 1,600 years ago, their influence is everywhere, in the roads beneath our feet, the cities we live in, the language we speak, and the very faith and laws that shaped Britain's identity. The story of Roman Britain reminds us that history isn't just in the past. It's alive in our daily lives. But what do you think? Which Roman legacy has had the greatest impact on Britain? Roads, towns, language, or religion? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this journey into history, remember to like, follow, and share to help us bring more of Britain's past to life.